know,
Right.
I don't know how
Oh
to
well.
mute on here though. So,
Me either. That's okay. She's not coming anyway. Don't worry about it.
all right, all right. So we got people tapping in finally. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So my name is J. Marie Poetry. I'm owner of Dirty Words Apparel. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram here, and TikTok as Dirty Words Apparel. So I have with me my special guest, Miss Brandy from the Pleasure Palace or BK Pleasure Palace. We got the name a little mixed up. She's in the early stages of her business, so I'll let her take it away from there. So go ahead, Brandy.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Brandy, and as Jay was telling you, I've just started out as a bedroom candy consultant. My chapter is going to be called the Pleasure Palace. You can find me on Instagram. My handle is going to be at BK Pleasure Palace. Like I said, early stages. Towards the end, I will make sure I leave my contact information. But look me up on Instagram. It's going to be great. We're going to have lots of fun. Ladies, I do have a group that's specifically for ladies right now. So if you would like to join, hit me up, and I'll add you on Facebook to get you going, okay?
All right, all right, all right. So now that we got the introductions out the way, I wanted to kind of let everybody know, we're going to talk about some subject matter that might be a little risque for some. Okay, so I just want to prepare you all. That's why you see the title. It says "Sex Toys and Single Ladies." I think is what I said, and we're going to be talking about sex toys. Okay, so we're going to kind of get into some topics here and get into some maybe not so comfortable topics, but we'll see. So first starters, let's talk about how I don't know how many years ago. I don't even recall what the story said, but the very first vibrator, y'all, was literally 40 fucking pounds. And it took two motherfuckers to operate it. Now, I don't know if this included the woman and the dude as two, or the two dudes
Two
and the
people
two
help
men,
them.
because then that would mean that that was also when they invented the threesome. Maybe that's where they were like, we probably are gonna do something different with this equipment. So 40 pounds, that's got to be interesting. Interesting. How do you have the conversation with your husband or your boyfriend and say, hey, I need you to get Craig too, because this equipment that we have here, Craig needs to be
Not Craig.
helping as well. So, you kind of, maybe they wasn't thinking that all the way through, but apparently next couple of years, they developed maybe a less heavier one. That was apparently something that could go for just one person operating it. So that was an interesting, weird ass news there. So kind of wanted to share that. But we want to talk about more serious topics such as sexual health and being okay with your sexuality and being okay with being a single woman who uses sex toys, because it's such a thing where I guess they kind of assume that it's only for women who are lonely, who don't have any ability to get a man, or to please a man, or to be pleased and things like that. So we wanted to kind of talk about that today and kind of understand, like, what are some options out there? You can share some of your toys and things like that as you wish, but we wanted to kind of talk about what are some of the hot button items, I guess, that people kind of get into when we're talking about um, sex toys with single women. Like, what is your experience with it? Do you have experience with sex toys yourself, using them and utilizing them?
I mean, I do. I have, I've always had, I won't say an arsenal, but I
Ooh,
had options. So, I like using them for myself and, with someone in the bedroom, but, that's another topic for another time.
with
But
okay,
yeah,
okay,
I mean,
okay.
hey, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, if sometimes you need to pleasure yourself. Sometimes you had a stressful day. When it's time to go to bed, you're like, you know what? I can't even. I'm
So
too wound up. I've had a bad day. I need a stress reliever. And if you by yourself, what you gonna do?
Exactly, exactly. And so,
And sometimes after that, you get the best sleep too. So I'm just saying.
exactly. So sometimes you need to really consider that this might be a viable option. To me, let me say, in my opinion, it prevents you from fucking with the wrong one.
It
Maybe this
does.
guy got you kind of in your feelings, and you ready to go to the next step, and you not really sure. Get a toy. Knock that edge off, girl. Knock it off. Because a lot of times it's the edge that need to be knocked off, not this next body you about to add to your list. So sometimes we can balance out things better that way, would you say?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now, is it a do you feel like it's a situation where only women that are single use it, or do you feel like this is something that could be introduced in the bedroom as well? And is that even a thing?
I think I want to say I don't think it's mainly just single women because I think it's something that has already been introduced to the bedroom, and I think if you and your partner have like that honest conversation about it, not more so, a man could feel like, okay, well, she's got these toys, what does she need me for? But you can introduce it into role playing. You can, while you're going at it, use it too. So I think it's a healthy option to add into the bedroom, honestly.
Role playing. It's interesting with the sex toys. So explain to me a little bit. What let's I know we talked about diving into that topic a little bit later, but I mean it almost makes sense to dive into it right now. So the in the bedroom, let's talk a little bit about that. What are some of the myths I think that you can run into, or what are some of the maybe arguments that some people have with the sex toys in
One
the
of the main
bedroom?
arguments, actually, one of the pretty much the main and the only argument I've seen is, you introduce this into the bedroom and, you're watching a toy please your mate more than you can. And um, I won't say that can't happen, but I think that's just definitely what level are you comfortable with. That's why you honestly got to be open and maybe even start off slow with something small. Because if you bring out the big guns, your partner can be looking like, what you need me for? But I mean, that's really the main myth I've heard of is just, the toy's gonna do it better. So what do I need you for? And there are people who think like, what do I need you for? Me, that'll never be me. I need you, no. But some people are like that. What do I need you for? I got the toy, and it's like
That's not
I
in
don't
a
know how
healthy
to take it, but
relationship.
it's like, yeah, I don't know.
In
I
a
think
healthy
it's something
relationship,
that
I
I
think
encourage
it's
all couples.
good for a healthy relationship though. But if we're being honest, if you're already dealing with somebody who's got some competence ish or not competence confidence issues maybe, or somebody that's got like the little man syndrome, or I mean maybe not little man syndrome. That's mm,
Maybe we'll say performance issues.
there we go, performance. Just like a car with performance issues or something like that. So somebody with performance issues is already going to be something that is a situation where you're going to end up challenging this man, maybe in a negative way, and it could discourage him from thinking he can please you if you're overly stimulated by the toy more than him.
Right.
So
Well, see, with that, I think with performance issues, I think there's always room for somebody to improve. I think if there's performance issues in the bedroom, before you even introduce toys, you guys need to talk and try to fix that before you introduce something that might make that confidence and performance issue worse.
okay, okay. And do you think so when we're talking about the performance issues in the bedroom, are we talking about the younger men, the younger generation, or are we talking about older, or does it matter? Like what have you
I don't think it
seen?
matters. I honestly don't think it matters. I mean, that can go across the board between, like I said, ego, confidence. It could be a medical issue. It could be, you know, what you're consuming to kind of knock off your thought process to be able to perform. So it's just a lot of factors. I think performance issues can happen to anybody.
Yeah. So the
I think.
toys can, in a healthy relationship, you're saying the toys can actually help to advance it or to enhance it rather
Yeah.
than to knock somebody's ability to perform. Okay,
Right.
because there's a lot of, like, just looking at some of the research that I ran into, there's a lot of relationships that apparently 35% are saying that they currently use sex toys. So out of all of them, they've done it in the past. So this is something that they brought into the relationship. So it's almost as if it's just a part of life rather than this is something we're doing to change the dynamic of the relationship in a negative fashion.
Yeah. And just because you introduce it in the bedroom, you don't always have to use it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Don't let that
Okay.
be like routine, we've got to use this every time, because then it's going to start thinking like, damn, you can't even get excited.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, hold
No.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, go ahead now. Then it's like
Right.
every time we gotta pre start or pre
Yeah.
warm up.
Yeah. Game and
Um,
everything.
yeah. Now going back to now taking it off of the out of the relationship spectrum and going back to single ladies, because this is what we're talking about today. Is it ever, can you ever say that masturbation is something that you shouldn't do? And masturbation with toys, when I say masturbation, I'm talking about with toys as well, not just.
No, I fully encourage masturbation.
Okay.
I think, one, because masturbation, even with toys, helps you explore your body, understand your body, and see what you like. Because again, sex is about communication. So if you don't know what you like, you're gonna get into in the bed with a partner, and then what?
Okay. So does now when we talk about sex toys and things like that, it almost goes hand in hand with porn, does it
Hmm.
not?
It can, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it can.
I'm
I,
like, am I?
I,
Did we sc- scoot off topic a little bit?
no, I don't think
Okay.
so, because still, I mean, because even in porn they use toys, a little
Okay.
extreme sometimes, but even they do use them.
Right, right, right. So now when we're talking about that, is there a healthy balance that you can have that you feel like you can have with toys and is porn ever something that you should say like no, don't integrate that in the relationship because it's a problem? Like, and I've heard this before, so I just want your opinion on it.
What's my opinion on porn in a relationship?
In a
I,
relationship as it ties in with the toy use and everything as well, or can it?
Communication, it can, but communication, because I could see you guys starting off with porn, and then someone's addicted to that porn and the toys, and you just been completely replaced. Like, what do I need you for? I got the visual and I got the equipment. Why are you here? So
Okay,
I
okay,
think, as far as something to take it that far, I think that's definitely on each relationship's preference,
okay,
because that
okay.
can lead to a downhill slope very fast.
Now, when we're going back to the single lady part of it, do you think that single women, that there's a rhyme or reason for a woman being successful or achieving anything of a higher standard per se in life because she's taking care of herself sexually? Do you think that has any bearing on her success when it comes to her career and things like that? Because you know how they say, oh, you just need to get you some because you too tight wound, to this, to that. Do you think that has bearing on a woman's success?
No, I think it more just has bearing on like her emotional health. Like, are you just that stressed out? Are you angry? Are you, sad you're not getting any, you know, not getting any from nobody, that type of thing. I don't think that it determines your success rate. No, I don't think that.
Well, okay, so when I say that, I mean, okay, if you're managing your stress well. And we know that vibrators can be a way to relieve stress. So when we're talking
Mm-hmm.
about stress relieving, and if you're managing your stress, a woman who is doing that on a regular basis, and I don't know what would be considered necessarily regular, because everybody has their different, but what would be considered a regular basis, do you think that this has a lot to do with how she moves and shakes in life? You know, does that have any bearing on it in that way?
Mm, I don't know if I have like a really an answer for that or even an opinion, honestly. I don't
Okay,
know.
okay,
I'm
okay.
gonna have to say I can't say yes or no. I wouldn't think so, but then like I think if anything, maybe I guess it just depends on how much sex and pleasure rules you, if
Okay,
that makes sense.
okay.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So are you more driven by, pleasure, maybe physical touch, or even just sex, period? Um, if you don't get that type of attention even if you don't give that type of attention to yourself, does that mess with your psyche and kind of throw you off? So I think that's just more personal. I don't want to say yes, but I'll just leave it at I don't think so. But
Okay, okay.
I think that can play into several different factors and like branch out.
Okay, okay. So when we talk about sexual stimulation with toys and things like that, are there good and bad toys? Or are there toys that you would recommend as like if there's a woman that's starting out, would you recommend a specific toy like, hey, girl, this is entry level masturbation or entry level vibrator? Is there an entry level vibrator or any type of thing that you could recommend for someone who's new to this?
Actually, I do. And I do have it with me, actually, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Um,
Is it used?
no,
Oh, okay,
I
okay,
have
okay.
one, but this is not a used one.
Okay, okay. I was like, hold on, because we did not
No,
talk about
no,
pulling. Okay, okay, okay. Because
you
I'm not
are.
pulling any out of my box.
No, ma'am. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna show you the box to show that I just opened this.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Oh,
here
it
it
looks like
is.
some cologne. Let me see.
Doesn't it? It's nice.
That's a nice box. Okay,
Thank you,
okay.
thank you. And you can find this on my website. I will make sure that you guys have the link before we get off. So this is called the Rocket.
Hold on. The
It's
comments is bring it up.
I know.
Okay, let me look at the other one. Go. Okay, this is late on this one. Show the penis toy. I mean the. Hold on. Not the pink.
The vibrator.
There we go. There we go. Um. Okay, let me see. So how small is it? And then,
It's pretty small.
okay, there we go. There we go.
You see it?
Wow. Okay. Is it soft or is it
I mean, it's hard, but it's got like a silicone outside,
okay?
so it is like it's like a little bullet. You see, it's
Does
nice
it
and curved. So
so have they
you can.
perfected it burning your cooch? I'm because so at one point I had a situation and it might have been so mm, it was small, but like so they're like, oh, you just do this, you look stirring it up. And I was like, right? Just that no
Okay.
okay, I'm just saying. And then it got hot and I was like, this is my first time. So I was like trying to turn it. It's like doing all that. And I was like, this shit is getting hot. And I panicked, right? So do they have like some sort of I don't want to say energy saver. What would it be called? Is it like a rechargeable battery?
It's you can put a rechargeable battery in
No,
here, but it
call it.
does say
I literally, the thing literally was hot, and I was like, oh, okay, for starting. And I was like, oh, yank it out. I was
no, ma'am. It
a
takes
teenager.
a triple. It could be a rechargeable battery, Duracell, Energizer, Dollar Store. I won't say Dollar Store because we all know those batteries do not last that long.
Oh,
So
okay. So
yeah, but
this isn't dollar store quality vibrator either, right? Like we're not
no, and that's
trying to
not knocking dollar store batteries. We just know
the
electronics that take high amount of energy do not work well with the cheap batteries. I've learned that lesson the hard way with a few of my toys where I have had the cheap batteries and I thought I was about to have a good time and then my toy wouldn't even turn on. So like and that might be me, but
my
I have
maybe
maybe
I want to say the battery
better.
wasn't the battery probably came with the toy, so it was like you know 2 minutes. Well,
You
it
know what?
sort of kind of
I'm
it
not gonna
went somewhat like that.
I'm not gonna lie. I have with mine. I have just to see, just to try it, because again, I can't sell products if I don't, know what I'm talking about. And I will say, even on the highest setting, it didn't overheat like
How
yours.
long did you have it in? Maybe. How long were you utilizing it? Okay, there we go. Yeah, how long were you utilizing? I'm trying to not be ignorant,
You know what?
but it's
Because
slowly trickling out.
I always started at the lowest settings.
Okay.
I can't remember how many settings there are. I will have to put a battery in this, but I honestly, it doesn't take me long, so maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes. And that's from starting from the lowest and then just finally going. If I put it on the highest one, honey, probably before I could even get started, it'd be over with. So we don't start with the highest one.
So, okay, so I've got the okay, so if y'all seen the flyer that we did for this video or for this show, that's the one that I have. One of the ones, right? And it get up pretty if it has a full charge, it's a nice like little suction to it, right? But it kind of reminds me of like that guy who wants to stay in that one area and he's like that one area the whole time. So you got to move it around and then you're just like doing this to your,
Oh yeah,
to
yeah.
get it wherever. So yeah, sometimes you can't really start off with the lower settings because you just like this trying to, I
Right,
don't know,
right.
maybe not
You
that
definitely have to
sound,
know.
but similar.
Right, you kind of have to know what your tolerance is to that speed. Like, you know what I mean? If you've never used a vibrator before, I will never encourage you to start at 10 because it's probably going to be over before you know it. You're probably going to feel intimidated by the toy and you probably won't ever pick it up again.
Or you fall over in a hysteria like they tried to say they were using the vibrators to cure back in the day. They say this was yeah, Tyler said it. Once you get the right spot in it's what I say, what? Wait a minute,
It's
I'm losing my mind.
madness.
See this is why I shouldn't okay, one. It's madness. Okay, yeah. Okay, I've edited the way that I was saying it wasn't right. Okay, so starting it off at 10. Okay, yeah. So, do you have any horror stories about, like when did you first start with this journey? Would you say
With toys?
with the journey? Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Um, I think I probably tried toys. However old, whatever the age was that you can walk into Priscilla's. Was it 18?
That's when you started toys?
Mm-hmm. Whatever the age is that you can walk in. And I didn't know what the hell I was looking for. I didn't know what the hell I was doing when I got it.
Did
And
you were you the type that used something else beforehand before you like went into the store?
like, what do you mean?
Other
Like,
things?
was I using my fingers?
Or other things like your fingers?
Yes, yes. I used my fingers, and
Okay.
I got old
But
enough. I went to the
outside of
store.
that,
Outside that, that was it. And I
okay.
went. I
18,
went to
but I've
Priscilla.
been since 16. Oh, what are y'all like 20 right now or something?
Girl, bye. I'm almost 40.
So okay. So you started at 18.
With the toys, yes.
When did you lose? Can I ask that? When did you lost your virginity?
Technically, when I lost my virginity with a guy, I was about 2021.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was late. I was very sheltered. So, you know, like I said, I
That was
got that
news
way.
that I wasn't expecting to hear. Okay, so that
Really?
that explains why you
I thought,
wasn't doing. Yeah.
yeah.
So for me, it was much younger. We'll just
Uh-huh.
say that.
Uh-huh.
Um, Probably well before you could start smoking cigarettes. What is that? Yeah, well before
Okay.
that. Well before that.
Okay.
Um, Probably would be looking at my kids like, y'all don't go that route. Don't go that route.
Gotcha.
But it also is something that can help to keep you in your space that you need to be in. So,
Yeah.
what else do you have though? Now I'm okay. So what is that's a starter. So what else? Like,
So there's this, and like I said, I'm still starting out. So there's more on my website. We do have some toys that, if you give me just a second, I'll pull up the website and read some off, just to name a few things. I will
okay,
say though, there is this one. It's the Rocket, and then there is the Turbo Massager, which I just call it the Sister Rocket. This one, the Turbo Massager, is waterproof.
this isn't
So
waterproof.
this is not waterproof. The Rocket for
But
$28.
if you okay, but well, so it's not waterproof. But what? So what do they consider the fluids? They don't consider that water.
No. Now, if you produce a lot of fluids, I just suggest going ahead and get the turbo massager with the waterproof one.
Oh, okay, okay. So
Yeah.
because
If
if
you,
you
if you
already
produce enough fluid to where, you gotta change your sheets, you might as well just go ahead and start with the turbo massager, the waterproof turbo massager, because that will keep you going. It'll
that
be all right.
that's a good point. So ladies,
Yes.
if you are super soakers already, it's not good to
Start.
just get the little rocket because you're gonna have your hands full.
You're gonna have your hands full, so just get the waterproof. The
Okay.
waterproof massager on my site is $38 right now. This rocket is 28. Now, if
Okay.
this one's $28, hey,
Is it can
it
it
works.
can it hook to your key? No, you don't want that on the keychain. Never mind.
I don't think you want that on
Never
the key.
mind. That would not be. They make them where it's like discreet though. Like some of them
They
have
do.
like lipsticks and chapsticks. So I've heard. So I've heard.
So you heard. So you
Okay.
heard. So you heard.
Yes.
But do
So
not put this on your keychain. Now, this is discreet. Some people need a little release at work, at the restaurant. You got to go to the bathroom for a minute. Here you go.
does it
This one or
have
the waterproof one.
a case?
It does not have a case.
Okay. So
But
we need to get a Ziploc bag. Oh, that sounds like evidence.
you know what? I'm going to
Um,
be even. Hold on for a second. 'Cause I'm going to hook you up.
with, What
Put
is
it in your
that?
cold allergy box. Put it in your
Oh,
purse.
right. Or you can put it in your glasses case. So that
Put it in your
when
glasses
you
case.
decide to pull out your glasses, a vibrator will fall out. A mini
Just,
vibrator.
just try to remember.
That is not pills in there.
There's not pills in there. That's not. But just be careful when you open it. Just remember you put it in there, and when you get home, take it out your purse, so there's no
It
surprises any other day.
okay, so quick story. So this one thing, right, this supposed to been this it's supposed to been for a relationship, right? But I was like, you know what? I like the yeah, Ziploc bag. I was like, put it in a Ziploc bag, but that seems like evidence, doesn't it? RM this the coolest. I'm sorry, I'm messing up names. I don't know if I'm saying it right,
That's
but
RMD is the coolest. That's Rashida.
RMD coolest. Okay. Yeah, so a Ziploc bag, but doesn't that kind of cut out the discreetness? All right, so real quick story. So one day I had this wireless thing and it had like a little tail to it. I wish I should have thought to bring the thing. But anyways, like a little almost looks like a bead of some sort, utilize the muscles. You can do it for that, but it's supposed to be wireless and you could control it by a remote or Wi-Fi. So you could control it that way. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm gonna bring this to work one day and brought it to work. Ended up tripping on the chair because one of my coworkers had pulled out the chair um, by mistake, getting up, and I wasn't paying attention. And I had this big old purse, and this is a lesson on security. Everything went flying. The lubrication,
Uh-huh.
the the vibrator thing, the remote,
Okay.
and the little bead thing flew out on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I had some eyes, just kind of like, what is? And I'm yanking it down real quick, like, no, that's my kid put their toys. Damn it, putting. And all of a sudden, one of my coworkers was like, "Your kids? That's your kid's toy?"
Mind your business.
I said, "Yeah." You talk about a red face. My face was so red, and you would have just thought I saw a ghost or something. It was embarrassing, and I was just like, and it was
So
like,
embarrassed.
it was like so many things fell out, not just one. It was like I had a
All of it.
collection of shit on and I forgot to take some of it out because I had an impression, or I'll say someone had impressed upon my mind some things, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be ready. Well, I decided that I needed a Ziploc bag and it needs to be inside another internal zipper in the bag. So that way, if your purse flew out of your hand because your coworker pulled out the chair and you weren't looking, then worst case scenario, pads fly out.
Uh-huh.
Or he said, no call, no show the next
No call,
day.
no show.
The next day and just say I'm sick. I had a little situation. Yeah. And you just don't know necessarily how to deal with any of that. So for me, it was just a matter of I can't really do nothing. I was looked at from that point on like, mm, okay, okay. So
Uh-huh.
yeah,
It's about what you taking off today for, looking you up and down. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
exactly. And then one person
Mm-hmm.
said, I think I heard one guy. No, this was back when I was younger too. Like now, this would be like sexual harassment or something. Well, I guess technically it couldn't have been because the toys fell, stuff fell out, so they just were, I don't know. Probably wasn't
Curious.
an
Yeah.
HR situation in the making. But this was years ago, and so the whole thing, they would be like, Hey, y'all hear that buzzing noise? My phone would be vibrating because the phone call, somebody would be texting or whatever. And they're like, y'all hear that buzzing noise? And I was always like, because I know now, like that's a sensitivity to me because it was a vibrator, so it was just like, no, I don't hear it. I don't hear what you mean, what you talking about. And it was my phone, but it was like they were always like, you hear that buzzing noise? And I'm like, no. And sometimes you gotta learn to. I mean, obviously, in the workplace, you maybe won't want to have that happen because your coworkers might view you a little bit differently, So you definitely want to have, I would say, a case, some kind of case that that's what that is. Don't put it in a medicine case, something where you would go to pull out. I got a headache, and you pull it out, and toys, the little vibrator thing fall out. You can play it off with it being lipstick because it kind of looks like that. Kind of looks like a lipstick thing.
Well, while you're saying that though, I do want to mention something. We do have what we call Make Me Over, and you probably won't be able to see it too well. But it's on my website. It's called the Make Me Over. It's a compact vibrator.
Huh?
So this actually, yeah. And so, I know you can't really see it.
What do you?
Yeah, it's like an actual compact. It's a mirror. Yep. Put it down there. Go about your day.
What the? That's disgusting. How do you clean it?
Well, no, baby, it comes out.
What comes out?
Look, the pad. It looks like the things where you pat your face.
Oh, and you hold it. Like,
Just put your fingers in the strap and then go to town.
Okay.
It falls out your purse next time, they'll think it's your mirror.
Unless it smells like juice.
I should hope they clean it. It's nothing, just to rinse it off real quick before you go back to work or wherever.
Is it fuzzy or is it like silicone?
I do believe this is. I'm not sure. I think it's silicone.
Okay.
Yep, it's silicone. You can't really see it on the video, but if you go to my website and you look, you can see it's silicone, but you also see the little hole where your clitoris sits.
The little hole?
I can't really show you because you can't really see it. Hold on, I'm going to try it again.
Put your hand up against it. Now I'm be all off it. I'm going to be like somebody, grandma, like, let me see, baby. What now?
You are so silly. Now look.
Saying, like, what? That's where your, what go there?
Your clit sits on top of that right there.
So you sit, okay. Yeah. Do you have one to take out the box, Miss?
No, not yet.
The coolest? Okay. No, we don't. We don't have.
No, I don't have yet. I have more supplies coming in. So when I start getting more supplies in, I will be going live probably on my Instagram, or we might do this again, or I might go ahead and go live in the Facebook group, and I'll have some more demonstrations of what these toys are. But I do have them coming in.
Oh.
We're still in the very early stages. They're on the way.
So pre-com. I'm just saying. It was going to happen sooner or later. I was going to lose.
It was going to happen sooner or later, huh?
Ignorance, yes. So the other thing I wanted to say, because you said you do the toys, so do you do the lubrication? Like, what if the woman is dry or the toy is too rough? Like, do you have something for that?
Lubrication actually is good, and I do have some. If you hang on just a moment, I can go get it.
Okay. So while you're waiting, on Brandy to get the rest of the nasty stuff. Let me just remind y'all, Dirty Words Apparel on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So follow me. If you're already here, you know about the Instagram page, but follow me everywhere because we want to do more content like this, and we want to just try to bring a lot of awareness to women issues this month specifically. And the series is called Girl Please. So we're addressing topics that might be something that you don't really hear talked about much, at least in the capacity of people being semi-serious, because I'm doing good. I'm doing good being serious and not being ignorant acting. So I'm working on that.
Yes, you are. Real quick though, Tyler Van has put the link to that item in the comments if you don't mind. So if anybody wants to check it out, they can go. But since we're here, I do have at least 2 lubricants. We do have flavored lubricants. I have some samples right here. Like this one, I have strawberry pomegranate. So sometimes, you can put that on your toy to give you some lube. I do have like green apple. Now, my thing is, if I'm going to use my toys by myself and I need some lube, I honestly would just get some regular lube because I wouldn't want to waste the good taste and stuff.
Well, and then let's talk about if you're sensitive. And I know from experience when I say if there's something that is like flavored and you're using it on the toy, you probably don't want to put the flavored stuff all off in there. Like if it's, like if it's the oral sex thing and he's eating it off of you or something like that, then I guess that's different. Well, that is different because you don't have apples, berries, and strawberry jam going all off into your part. I'm just saying, for me, I would be like, let's use the hyperallergenic, water-based, non-this, non-that, just because I've had some issues there. So having sensitive skin, you kind of got to play a different game.
And it's funny that you say that because I do have on my website as well natural lubricant. Okay. And there's no different flavors or tasting. It's just a natural feeling. It is has natural ingredients, the organic botanicals. It's water based, it's water soluble, and it's petroleum free, latex and rubber and plastic friendly. It's actually 100% vegan friendly. And we know vegans,
don't eat meat.
Correct. Okay. Well, that's probably vegetarian. Vegans is kind of no meat, no.
But so does that do? Okay.
So vegan free. Because it says no animal testing too, so I'm assuming that is something that has to do with animals. I'm pretty sure I'll get roasted for that for not knowing, but hey. They're gonna be like, this bitch went on live and couldn't even tell us which one was what vegan is.
Okay, all jokes aside. Well, it's not all jokes aside. Actually, I was making fun of it, but my timing wasn't there clearly. But somebody caught it. The coolest caught it. Vegans, yeah. Okay, so because my thing is, you don't eat meat, but we got lubricant that we put on meat.
See, Jeanette, see?
Don't
again, Tyler.
My government name. We're supposed to be all over.
It's called natural. It's called natural intimate lubricant.
Wait a minute. When you know somebody and you like, nah, I'm fat daddy, sex, such and such, and you like, okay, Traviante, and you like, no, don't tell me my government name. She just outed me. Ugh. Okay, all right, we back.
But I did
Okay.
want to touch base real quick. It's
So
the
the
natural lubricant, and it's only $15 on the site. Again,
okay.
has put that one in the link. Before we get off, I'll make sure you guys know my handle where my link is posted to my Instagram page. And ladies, feel free to inbox me, and I will gladly give you the link to my Facebook group. So that way, I'm going to actually post on both of them, but I will make sure however you decide to follow me, I'll make sure you get the pathway to where you need to go and buy your toys and lubricant.
Okay. Okay. So the natural lubricant, the pocket rocket. Well, okay, it's called the something else.
It's called the Rocket.
The rocket.
The smaller one's a Rocket. The
Okay.
next one, the waterproof one, it's called Turbo Waterproof Turbo Massager, but I call it the Pocket Rocket 2 because Pocket Rocket 2 is waterproof. And then we had the lubricants that, again, you can use them if you want. Some people like to be freaky, and while they're in the bedroom, they, put the toys in, the person's mouth, just saying. They might like this, but I highly suggest if you are going to use lubricant for a toy for yourself or even for your mate, I save this for the good stuff. And I'm sure we'll talk about the good stuff another time, but definitely, right. I would definitely hit the natural one. It's no taste, and it just helps you out.
Oh man, I was about to say something. What was I about to say? Oh, damn it! I should have wrote down what. Um. Oh my God! Really? Talk, because I can't think of what I was about to say.
Okay, so while you're doing that, I did find some more on there. We do have the warming natural lubricant, so if you do want to put that on your toy to kind of warm things up a little bit, I won't say it'll give you more of a real feeling as if you're with somebody because it's kind of warming it up for you down there, but you kind of use that.
What's warming what up?
So, the warming lubricant.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
I've tried that, and let me tell y'all something. To try it before you deal with the mate with it, I've had the types of different kinds, and the warming liquid, be careful because it will scare you. If you're new to that, it will scare you because all of a sudden your clamshell is on fire.
Warm. Mm-hmm.
It can be on fire for some people because it's like it goes from nothing to literally that.
Mm-hmm.
You on
Very
fire.
fast.
Very fast. So be careful with that. Now, what I was going to say, and I'm glad I looked over to my other computer screen in my little nerd sanctuary. So, but on the topic of vibrators, what did it say? It says it's originated in Japan. It was against the law to create vibrators that look like penises. Now, it don't say like when, and this is from the Many Joys of Sex Toys, the Ultimate Handbook for Couples and Singles. So in case y'all want to go read more, y'all can. And it didn't even say who wrote it, so I don't want to even do all that. But it said that it was against the law for toys to resemble a penis. So why is it acceptable to make a cute animal? I don't know. But they had that law. And people who were making sex toys in Japan could not make a penis. So a rabbit, I don't know if they made horses. I'm not sure what kind of animals were acceptable, but yeah. So there's a little bit some weird history there when it came to how we came to our freaky nature ish sort of conduct. It came from Japan. So, I don't know who actually Who was the first person to originally make a vibrator? I should have researched that.
You know what's so funny? If you give me a second, I found that.
Who was it, a lady or a man?
A man. And he originally made it. He made it not for it to be a vibrator, but what he said was, and I think you said earlier the word, and I'm kind of slightly retarded, so
What?
I can't
What
remember.
word? What word did I say?
No. You said a key word. I'm about to look it back up.
I said a key word with the history of it or something like that.
Yes. So his name was Joseph Mortimer Granville, and he
Ooh wee.
created the huh?
I said, ooh wee. Okay, that's a name.
Right. So
Mortimer.
he created a patent for an electrical mechanical vibrator in the early 1880s to relieve muscle aches, and doctors soon realized it might be used on other parts of the body. So I
Doctors.
was
Wait. Doctors
okay, wait.
realized this. Where were they, like in the office with the women, and they were doing this, like Brandy? They were doing this with the little penis thing, and then they were like,
So it was. I don't think it was
"Oh,
designed for the penis. So this is what I think happened. I think honestly, I could be wrong. I'm actually going to research it because I really want to know. I wonder if he didn't invent the whole just massager thing, and people rebranded it and did their own thing. Because I see one where it says it was mainly used as a medical device for men to be used on a variety of body parts, mainly to treat pain, spinal disease, and a few other things.
was it in the shape of a penis though when they were using it?
No,
What was the shape? Did you see the shape of it?
no, that's what I'm looking for.
Because whoever made the 40-pound one, that's what I want to understand. Did he talk to the first dude who made it and was like, yo, I'm making this 40 pounds. We're going to have two men to do this. Did he talk to the dude? Like, now I
Well,
need dates.
actually,
I need
his
history.
he had. Some people say it was meant to use. That's what the word you said, hysteria.
Yeah,
Some people
hysteria.
said it was used for on women to cure hysteria, and that's actually not what it was. He argued that it was specifically that it shouldn't be used on hysterical women. Rather, Dr. Granville invented the vibrator as a medical device for men to be used on a variety of parts of the body, mainly treat pain, spinal disease, and deafness. The only sexual uses he suggested were vibrating men's perineums to treat impotence. So, from what I'm reading, is iac.gatech.edu. I spelled it so that way everyone knows. And
So
it has a
let's
whole
back up.
article on
Let's back up. In the 1800s,
1880s.
he used this for perineal. Now, you know where the perineal is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 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 So, for those of you all who don't know, this is known as the taint. Okay, some people call it that. A lot of my homies that are just ornery like that, they call it that. But that is what that is. That's that little thin part before right before. Oh my God, my mom is probably this. Man, I hope she's not listening to me. I think I'm loud. Anyway, that is interesting. So that was used to stimulate their impotence. So,
So, from what I read just later on, it actually said, I read a couple where they said feminism kind of stepped in and kind of changed it to what we know. I would like to read up more on that because I was kind of just dabbling and reading in it. I'd like to read up more on that to see how it actually became a vibrator. We thank you for them. We thank you for that, though. Whoever turned it into a vibrator, I'm not gonna lie.
we do. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we are so thankful for that.
Right. Thank
Thank you. I
giving,
hope,
okay, to whomever
right.
it
I hope
was.
your family's getting royalties. I hope if you're
But
still alive, you're getting royalties. Thank you. Thank you.
so okay, so it was made for men originally.
Uh-huh. But it was made for men to treat different parts of the body. So that's why I say I feel like if I read some more somehow, and I could be wrong, I'm gonna see somewhere where this turned just to a massager, period. And as time went on, people start using it for different things. That's what I
So
want.
if I did this to my dude and I'm like, baby, you need to get your jaw pain. We need to help you with your jaw pain.
I don't suggest you do that.
And I'm just saying, and I just start doing this to his jaw with the
He's not gonna be
vibrator.
happy. He's not gonna be happy.
But I mean, like, this is relieving pain. So like, have
Pam,
we gotten to a part in society
Pam,
where we can't have,
I don't think
like, even if I'm like, baby, you got a little chin issue, none of that, none of that. It's probably not acceptable. Okay.
I don't think that's a good idea. Russ, the next session is gonna be about breakups because I don't think he's gonna go.
Okay. So that's
Yeah.
probably not. Well,
Let's
so one of the other things is, now this is from the Cosmopolitan, so I want to say, when we're talking about what do we women spend our money on, especially when it's a recession and the economy is weak and all that. Do you know, what did it say? It says there was a 17% uptick in purchases in 2009. Now, I don't know where the studies are for, damn, that's a long time ago, but it was an uptick. So this was during the recession. They're saying that sales of sex toys was actually up in comparison to um, sales on some kind of mini massager thing, but it went up in sales because
when
women needed stress relievers.
in
We didn't know how to deal
2009
with
or
huh?
you said in 2000 since 2009 or since COVID hit?
Well, this is one, says online sex toy distributor Adam and Eve reported a 17% uptick in purchases in 2009. So this is a
Okay.
2009. Now this is from Cosmopolitan, but 2009, and that was a recession. I wonder if that's what we should probably figure out. If it struck a gold or whatever you want to say in COVID times. I'm pretty sure if we're talking about recession and we was locked in, and the single women, did I buy one during the time? I think I did. I might have been a contributor of the sales. I'm a super user.
I did, yes.
You're a super
I
user as
bought a
well?
couple of them. I'm not a super user, but I have a variety. I picked up a few since COVID hit.
What do you consider a super user though?
Honestly, I see a super user. I might be exaggerating, but like damn near every day.
Once a day or twice a day or
See me, I'm definitely at like a once, you know, use type person. So I was now if you are going through the day throughout the whole day, using your toy, you are probably beyond a super user.
okay. So now that
I don't
also
know
goes
what
back to
comes
the
before
question.
after you, huh?
That goes back to my question of, can you do it too much? Can you use it too much? It
I
did
think you
spike for
can just
couples.
I
That's all
think
I'm
you
saying.
can. I think you can use it too much. I think if you do too much down there, especially vibrating, I think that it can desensitize. I don't know if it
Okay.
can, but I would think that it can. But
So you definitely got
again,
to be
I feel like
careful.
two, that might be a different, every person's different. And like if you're an nympho, it's probably never going to desensitize you because you just want that feeling regardless. Like, you see what I'm saying? But if you were just using every day, every day, every day just to use it, eventually you're going to be, or you might get to the point, the super users probably can't be pleased by a partner. So they just super use all the time. And that's too because
Oh,
sometimes your partner, no matter how much you love them, they might not please you. So even after y'all do your thing, you might have to go use your toy.
Okay, well, if we're defining it in that capacity, then no, I'm not a super user. I'm not a
Yeah,
super
no.
user then because it's not anything desensitized. But when you do know when your batteries are low, that's when
Yeah.
you turn it up to 89 and it's like it's nothing. It's about to go
Yep.
out. So
Yeah.
yeah, but super user, no. Then if we're defining it in that way, then no, not a super
Yeah.
user. And then you
And
work
see,
from
I
home
like.
from 4 to 5
Yeah.
a.m. Tyler,
She
are you
works.
saying four to
She
five
works
a.m.?
PM.
4 a.m. to 5 p.m.?
No, I think she's talking about 4 to 5, but she works from home, so she doesn't have to go anywhere. She by herself during the day. So if
Listen, I
I
work from home
was
too.
if I was by myself at home working from home in between calls, if I had to, hey, it could be 12 to 1. It could be in the morning.
Okay.
I
So
don't
is
like right.
okay. So is there
Yeah.
a better time? And we're gonna wrap up because I know we're wrapping into. We're not wrapping into an hour, but we're approaching an hour or a little bit over that. But any
Already?
last
Ooh.
any 4 to 5 times a day. So Tyler, would you consider yourself a super user? 4 to 5 times a day, is that a super user? And it's the same toy? Now I'm kind of curious because 4 to 5 times a day sounds like a whole lot of vibrations. So she's not responding. Well, maybe she's a super user. I don't know. I don't know. But um, okay, so for the next show we're still gonna kind of be on the topic of sex toys, but next show Tuesday. What's the Tuesday? Let me see. Tuesday, the 8th. We're going to do the topic of sex toys in the bedroom. Oh, different types. Oh, yeah, that could strike up a lot of Tyler. That definitely can strike up a lot of energy to do it again. We'll say it like that. But next show we're going to be talking about sex toys in the bedroom with couples. So definitely, if you all want to get on here, I think you can do up to 4 people on this. I think I've seen
Is
it's
it
up
up
to
to
four
4?
people.
I have no clue.
Okay, I think it's up
This
to
is
four
actually
people
my
on here.
first
So
Instagram live. So I don't know.
oh,
Yes, it is.
cool. Well, I'm glad I could pop your cherry.
Thank you.
You're
You are so
welcome. So, uh, so we'll be talking about sex toys in the bedroom with couples. So, if you all are a couple, whether it's LGBT, and I'm sorry, I don't know what all the acronyms are, but if you're LGBT in the community, and you want to have your mate on with you, you can come on and talk about how you guys incorporate toys in the bedroom. If you're a heterosexual couple and you want to come on and you want to talk about it, we want to welcome you all. So we want to have a less one-sided debate, not even a debate, but a conversation. We want to understand, how these things work for you in real life instead of going from, research, because research didn't ask me, you know. So we don't want to go off of research. We want to actually hear from our listeners, our viewers, and things like that. So as we shut it on out, again, I'm J. Marie Poetry. I own Dirty Words Apparel. This is one of my new t-shirts. Let's get dirty. If you're interested, this is a pre-order kind of joint. I do have a website, Dirty Words Apparel. You can check the merchandise out there as well. And you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, I'm sorry, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Dirty Words Apparel. Brandy, where can we find you at again?
You can find me on Instagram right now at BK Pleasure Palace. That is my Instagram. Like I said, still in early stages. We're building on it. ladies, feel free to add me on Facebook, Brandy Mack, and I will add you to my group, the Pleasure Palace. I would love to have you join us. Gentlemen, right now, I'm still in the early stages what I'm going to do for you, but please, by all means, follow my Instagram, BK Pleasure Palace. I would love to have you. I have items for you as well. And feel free to also add me on Facebook, and we can discuss things in Messenger of what we can do for you and possibly you and your lady. So please, folks, reach out to me. Thank you very much, Jay, for having me on. 15, 20 years, dang near, and we are finally here doing something together. So I hope to do sex toys. Of all things that get us together, this is what we do. But we're going to keep it going.
Right. Now, and I want to say this on the Facebook group real quick. We do get to talk how we ladies talk, okay? I try to keep this kind of neutral, kind of light with the language so we can not have a lot of people, you know, offended and things like that with the conversation we're having. But we still wanted to keep it real, you know? So we're talking about sex toys. And it's a everyday thing that you can use in life. Not necessarily every day, unless you want to be a super user like Tyler or myself, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we're super users. But you can definitely check out the group. We'll be more open to conversations that spin off of women topics and things like that there. And I'm there, and I'm supporting my homegirl. So you guys should check it out. The Pleasure Palace on Facebook. All right, you guys. This is going to be on replay, so we'll definitely share it out to our pages and things like that so you can watch it again, okay? And hopefully I did a good job of acting like I've been doing this shit forever, because I haven't. All right, peace, y'all.
Bye.